So today I'm doing something I've never done before. I'm taking 3 real artists' statements, the kind you probably say every day when you're describing your work, and I'm gonna edit them live. Not to make them salesy, not to make them sound like marketing at all, but to make them clear. Because if the way you're describing your work isn't clear, posting more isn't gonna help at all. It just spreads confusion wider. So by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what clarity looks like and what's blocking yours. Here's the baseline most artists are working from. They describe their art, not what it does, not who it's for, and not why it matters. And that's the problem, because buyers don't buy art. They invest in outcomes. They invest in the feeling, the experience, the transformational shift the art brings to them. So the plan today is simple. I'm going to show you 3 common artist sentences and walk you through how to make them clearer using the 3-part clarity framework we use here. What does your work do? Who is it for? And why would it matter to them? So let's go. Example 1. Before. I create abstract art inspired by emotion. Okay, but what emotion? What does it do for a person? This is the first obstacle. Artists want to stay poetic a lot of the times, but poetic doesn't sell because it's not clear. So let's make it clear. Here's the after. My work helps burnt out professionals feel grounded again in their space. Do you see what changed? Now it's not just emotion. It's a specific outcome for a specific person. Someone hears that and thinks, that's me. That's why I love this work to begin with. Example 2, my work is about transformation. All right, transformation into what and for whom? This is the second obstacle. Artists use big words that sound meaningful but don't actually communicate anything. So let's tighten that up. My portraits help women reclaim their sense of self after major life transitions. Now we're specific. Now someone can recognize themselves in your work. And now it's not just transformation, it's a clear shift for a clear person in a clear season of their lives. Now here's example 3. My art brings peace. Fantastic, but peace for who? After what and in what context? This is the third obstacle. Generic outcomes don't stick. Let's clarify. My landscapes help grieving people find quiet in their own homes. Now it's not just peace, it's specific peace for a specific person in a specific season. That's what makes selling feel honest. So here's what most artists don't realize. You can be talented, you can be posting consistently on social media, you can be showing up every day, but if the way you're describing your work isn't clear, people will scroll past, not because your art isn't good, because they don't recognize themselves in your intention. So here's the turning point. Clarity isn't about sounding impressive. It's about being recognizable. When your sentence is clear, the right people stop scrolling. They lean in. They say, wait, that's exactly what I need. And that's when selling stops feeling like pushing and starts feeling like offering. The decisive shift is this. You want to stop trying to describe your art and start trying to describe what it does for the person you're making it for. So here's your payoff. If you can make your sentence clear, what it does, who it's for, why it matters, you stop needing to convince people. The right people recognize themselves. Conversations get simpler, invitations feel right, and selling feels honest. If you want the exact prompts I just used, plus worksheets to refine your own sentence or way of describing your work and turn clarity into language you can actually sell with, I made a companion guide. The AIB Practice Guide number 3. Offer before audience. It's linked below. Now, the point is not to sound perfect. The point is to sound like yourself clearly. And don't worry if you're thinking to yourself, I'm not making my art for a specific type of person. That's also not the point. You want to get in touch with what your personal intention and theme is within the work. One really great way to do that is to understand and clarify for yourself, where did this work come from originally? When did I start making the art I create? And what is it through this particular offer, this series, this painting, whatever it is, I'm evolving into? If you can describe that, that's going to give you a window into adapting it for different people in different situations. So that's what this exercise is really about. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I love continuing this discussion on this topic, which is so important before you blast things out there and start trying to sell. And more importantly, download that guide. We'll check in on you when you do, and I'm excited to see what you come up with. If this way of thinking about building an art business resonates with you, you're welcome to subscribe here. I share new conversations and practices regularly, and I can't wait to share the next ones with you.